Good morning. We're heading out today on the road, probably a full day of travel because I'm getting a late start here. So I'm going to try to make it as close to Colorado as I can get. We're on Route 66 again in Winslow, Arizona. Look at this cool old gas station. Wow. It's awesome. An old Texaco station. It doesn't look like it's in use anymore. Looks like more of a museum now. I don't know if you can see inside there. Old Ford V8 truck. And what do we got over here? Another old Ford truck. Pretty cool. Just gonna walk down the main street here of Route 66 and check out some of these old buildings. Looks like some of them are now nice restaurants and bars. Oh, this is a brewery. And this is the famous corner. The famous standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. With the old electric guitar that everybody takes a picture in front of. Yeah. Here's the big sign right here in the middle of the street. Thank you.
Thank you. Good day.
You too. It's a little windy here on the corner in Winslow. think that's supposed to be Glen Fry. Oh yeah, it says right there. All the tourists getting pictures, including me. Had to do it, sorry. There's not a whole lot here. Very small. It's really just like a couple blocks. This is also Navajo country. They've got some murals here in this alleyway. Some tribal imagery. And Frida Kahlo's here. Okay, I guess that was it. Wasn't too much there. So we'll get on our way back on the road. Okay, the sun's starting to set, and I just stopped to look for a place on the map to camp for the night, and it looks like I made a mistake. I didn't realize that the whole day of driving all the way up into Colorado is on Navajo reservation land, so there's no camping, no dispersed camping on reservation land. There is one spot that I found. It's a casino, and Navajo casino, very small in a very small town, and it's probably about an hour away, so I think I can make it there before dark. I'm hoping. So let's give that a try. It's our only option. There's nothing else out here. I mean, I haven't even seen a motel, so if that doesn't work out, I'll be sleeping on the side of the road and hope I don't get a knock on the window in the middle of the night. Alright, let's go check it out, see if we can find that casino. Oh yeah, and the reviews online said that they're very welcoming and they have a big gravel parking lot to sleep in. All you have to do is check in at the front door with the guard, and he just takes your license plate. They have 24-hour security. Yeah, so it sounds good. is the casino. Got some outdoor seating here, smoking area. And up there on the hill, you can see a cell tower. So it's got great cell service out here in the parking lot. And I believe they have Wi-Fi inside. And this is the parking lot. Oh, and there's dogs that just walk around everywhere. Yeah, they just all through this Navajo tribal land, I have seen dogs everywhere, just walking. One was actually walking across the major highway. He just walked across, and I had to stop, and so did the people coming the opposite direction. But sadly, I saw one that had been hit on the side of the road. Okay, so right over here where I'm pointed is the gravel parking lot. That's where you can park. It's pretty big, and there's only like 3 of us look like we're staying overnight. It looks like there's some kind of drawing up there on the mountain. Oh yeah. Like I have a friend here. Hi. What you doing? They're probably looking for food. He looks kind of shy. Or she. I think it's a she. No, I don't have anything. Sorry. I could give you some water. Do you want water? Let me get you some water. Because I'm sure there's no water out here. Oh yeah, I was going to show you the sunset before I tend to the dog. There it is. Beautiful, huh? And over there in the distance, I think that's... I'm in the town of Shiprock, by the way. Yeah, there's all these rock formations out here that are just sticking up out of the middle of the desert. They're beautiful. Oh, she's waiting for me. Okay, I got her some water here. Let me go give it to her. You waiting for water? Oh, are you licking your lips? I don't have food, I'm sorry. And some water? There you go. There you go, yeah. How sweet. She's probably going to expect some food. Wow, you were thirsty, weren't you? Nobody gave you any water? I'm sure you hang around here. This must be where you live. You lapped that up, didn't you? You want some more? Hold on. Okay, we got some more here. Want some more? Like I said, you do look pretty healthy. I have a feeling that you eat all the leftovers of all the people that come out to their cars. Oh, you sweetie, huh? Look at you. Yeah, no, don't give me those baby eyes. I'm not taking you with me. No dogs in my van. I know it's popular with van lifers, but not in my van. I'm solo. Casino camping. It's an option, and a very good one tonight. And I even have a friend joining me. I'm gonna leave the water out there for her. Okay, I'm going in the van for the night. You're on your own. I just woke up at the Flowing Waters Casino where I stayed for the night. And I'm heading out to Colorado today. Again, still heading to Colorado. I'm pretty close to the border, so I should cross pretty soon. I just arrived in Durango, Colorado. And I'm at my favorite grocery store to pick up some supplies. That's the Natural Grocers. Yeah, they've got the best food I've ever found in a market, in a grocery store. So this is a busy town. I'm gonna get out of here as quick as possible. I'm just gonna pick up a few things here and probably head to a place to camp for the night. I only drove 2 hours today. I don't feel like driving all day like I did yesterday. I'm being watched. I just stopped here in Durango to fill up on gas. I don't know if you can hear me, there's loud traffic out there. I was going to stay and take a shower at one of the rec centers here. They have a couple and it's really crowded there. I checked the parking lot out and it was just way too many people. And this town is kind of congested and busy today. I'm going to get the heck out of here as soon as possible. So I'm just refilling on gas here and oh, almost done. And then I'll head out. I've got a campsite pinned on the map. It's only about 40 minutes out of town here in the forest. I believe it's in a national forest. And hopefully we'll be able to take a solar shower there. So I'll see you at the campsite. I just turned around. I came to that campsite I had pinned and I said, this looks very familiar. And then I got a little further down the road. Actually, I got quite a ways down the road. And I realized that I've been here before. I was here last year. It was the exact same place. And so in my search to try not to redo places I've already been to, I want to go to a new campsite. So I found another one here on the map. This one here was 7,000 feet up. And the temperatures today around here are going to be 80 and then tomorrow 86. I think I want to go higher up. So the new spot is 8,000 feet. And both of them have cell service, so that's good. So let's get going to 8,000 feet. This road I'm driving on is, it's a highway going through the mountains here. And all along there's been probably, I don't know, like 50 or so Forest Service access roads going off to the left and right, which means that you can drive up any of those roads and look for camp spots, dispersed camping spots. Because I'm in sort of a hurry to get to Manitou Springs and Colorado Springs, I've only got a few days here to camp on my way there, and I'm still quite a ways away from it. So I'm not going to do any reconnaissance and check out those roads, but I would like to someday. I'd like to find one of those Forest Service roads that I can go up on and find my own campsite that isn't I overlanded. So that's kind of my goal this summer, is to find new places. Especially when you're in Colorado like this and you're just surrounded by mountains and forests, and there's so many roads to take up into the forest. I just passed the spot I had pinned because there was a fifth wheel right across the road from that site, and they didn't look like they had solar, so they probably would have a generator. That might be a site there. Let's see if there's another one. Yeah, it was they were a little too close. Oh, can I get across this? Yes, I can. I'm gonna go through this. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty nice area. I don't think I've ever been up here. And there were a lot of spaces back there where I came in. I'm probably about 2 miles down the road off the pavement. Yeah, there were a lot of nice spots, but they were filled up. Let's see what we've got here. I don't see any more people down here. Of course, big rigs wouldn't be able to get through these water dips and holes here, these potholes. So, there probably, that's always a good sign. There probably won't be any big rigs down here. I'm looking for sites. And the road is, other than those dips and potholes every once in a while, the rest of the road is pretty nice. Oh, there's a nice site right there. Let's take it. This is pretty nice. And it looks like we've got an open space here for solar. I just set up the site. It took me like 2 hours. I was, man, it was hard leveling that out. This place is very rocky, and it's not really, I wasn't able to point the van in the direction I like to keep the sun off the windshield, and also keep the inside, the inside level. So it got really hot in there because the sun was shining right into the windshield, and even though I have those windshield deflectors on the inside, they weren't working. So I have this Arcturus safety blanket, and this works wonderful. If you cover the whole van and all the windows with this, it virtually takes all the heat out of the, or keeps all the heat from building up in the cab. So I did that, and I just have the engine open here for a few minutes before I put my sensor lights inside there. I don't know what kind of rodents are up here, but I think I saw a chipmunk or something cross the road. And the solar shower is heating up again, so today may be the day. It's not too windy here, not down below here. It's a little windy up in the top of the trees. And I found these at the dollar store on my way here. I thought they were kind of cute and would be fun. There's solar lights, and of course there's the usual fire pit. And so far this site is very quiet. I have birds and wind sounds. I think I've only seen one vehicle pass on the road. The road is right out there. And a couple bicyclists. I'm up in the mountains about 8,000 feet, just a little bit south of Pagosa Springs. It's time for me to relax and have a bite to eat. I haven't had anything to eat all day. So I fixed a spot to sit here and I just grabbed myself some veggies to eat and something to drink. And I'm gonna sit down and relax for the rest of the day. Another thing to be aware of when you're setting up camp is cat holes from previous campers. So I had my chair set up right here in the camp here, and looks like someone had a cat hole right here. So I moved my chair over there and I checked to make sure there were no other cat holes. And if you do use cat holes, it's probably a good idea to do them further away from the campsite, like out in the woods more, where you think maybe no one will be setting up their tent or their chairs. So I would say pretty far from your campsite would be the best place to put a cat hole, especially if you're just going to dig it a few inches like that one and throw a rock on top and not actually bury it. They should be dug deep enough. I'm not sure, is it a foot? Something like that. Maybe it's only 6 inches, but still, you want to cover it too with dirt. Just a little camping tip there. For any of you that are interested in how I shower off-grid when I'm not near one of those beautiful rec centers, this is my setup. I have a shower tent here. I put a little table out there to put my things on. Have a little mat here for when I get out of the shower to put my feet on so I don't step in the dirt. And then inside here we have the water tank, which is nice and warm. And I have a little tray here that I got at a store. It was very cheap. Can't remember what they're used for. Anyways, that doesn't matter. And that's what I'll stand on. And this is the foot pump. And you'll see as I pump it, this, you can probably hear it, it fills up with air. And that's, once you get that really hard and filled with air, that will create the pressure that will come out of the hose, which is right here. I hang it right here where I also keep my soap. And let's see how much pressure we got. Yeah, it's good enough for a shower. And that's how I do a shower. Sorry, but I'm not going to show you me taking a shower. I don't think you want to see that. Okay, I'm all done. That was a great shower. I feel so good. I used, I think, 2.5 gallons, about half of that container. So that's good to know. That full container of 5 gallons will go for 2 showers. And I took a long shower. I did a normal, shower. I didn't skimp on the water. So I'm happy about that. So I would say that shower is going to work out really good for off-grid times like this, when I'm away from cities for long periods or towns. I kept, like I think you know if you were watching my videos, how many times I attempted to take that solar shower. And it just wasn't happening because of the wind. But this was a perfect day to do it. And there's no one around, so I was able to just, I didn't have to hide. Okay, the sun's going down. I think I'm gonna make some dinner tonight. Some real dinner. Haven't made a real dinner in a long time. Tonight for dinner we're gonna make something quick and easy. I haven't had pesto in a very long time. Can't even remember the last time I had it. So when I was at the market today, I picked some up, and I've got some pasta I just cooked up, and some mixed vegetables, some mushrooms, and I have that Butler soy curls that I used before for protein, and we'll mix that all together and see what we can come up with. All right, I've got the vegetables and mushrooms here all cooked, and to that I'm gonna add the rehydrated soy curls, which is the protein. And this looks a little different this time because when you buy the bags of the Butler soy curls, they come as these long pieces that look like chicken strips. But at the bottom, because they're dehydrated, it's all dry and it can get very crumbly in shipping. So at the bottom of every bag is this, which looks like ground turkey or some ground chicken or whatever, ground beef. So you've got, like, in the bag, you've got two different variations of the soy curls. And then we've got our pesto here. Just pour down there. We'll just mix that up a little bit. Oops. You're spilling it, Louie. Getting it all over the place. Yeah, I'm a bit of a messy cook, I guess. I usually have a lot to clean up afterwards. And then we'll add the pasta. It's already cooked. I think this one's called pappardelle, maybe something like that. There's so many Italian pastas out there, half of which you never see in the markets, unless you go to a gourmet specialty market. Okay, we'll put that back on the stove and heat that up a little more. And there we go. Manja. Good morning again. Just another day here around the house and yard. I just made a coffee and I'm sitting out in the beautiful weather here in this forest. My second day here. It's been very peaceful. Still haven't seen anybody or heard anything. Had a really nice sleep last night. Very quiet. So I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay here. I'm tempted to stay here as long as I can because it's, as you've seen in some of my other videos, not all campsites are completely quiet and expansive and big like this, where I don't feel crowded or I don't feel like there's other people and RVs around. So being that it's not always easy to find these kind of perfect campsites, I think I'll take advantage of that. Let's take a walk around the forest here and see what we can find. I always find things that surprise me out here. Well, I shouldn't be surprised since I'm always finding them, right? I'm just packing up the van here and getting ready to head out this morning, a little closer to Colorado Springs. But I'm looking at the weather and it's been about 75 during the day here and 50 at night. And that's what it looks like it has been also in the town I'm going to, Manitou Springs, Colorado. But I'm not going to be there for about 4 or 5 more days. And the day that I arrive, they're supposed to get a kind of freezing snowstorm. Yeah, it's going to be snowing and about 45 degrees during the day and 31 at night. Luckily, I'm visiting friends, so hopefully, I don't know, I may stay in my van, but if it gets too cold, I could probably couch surf at his house. I'll have to ask him about that first, of course. So thanks for coming along for the ride, and I'll see you real soon in Manitou Springs.